Welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Lupagus, and as you can tell, I'm coming on location to talk about the offensive players. They're all wrapped up at the combine. So who are some offensive players who perform well and should be scooting on up Vikings draft boards? We're going to talk about those guys. I got 5 of them for you. Before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the vids. We are closing in so damn close on 6,000 subscribers. We will have a big giveaway when we get there. All right, let's hop into this. Guys moving up the draft board for the Vikings. I just kind of stuck to positions that they're going to be addressing. So we got talking about some guards, center, wide receiver, tight end, quarterback. And let's start with the quarterback because I think this guy's moving up everybody's draft boards now after the combine. And it's Malik Willis, the quarterback from Liberty. He threw, the question was, how was he going to throw the ball? And he threw it pretty damn well, which I wasn't surprised to see. Yes, there was no pressure. He didn't throw any defenses or anything like that, but he threw a very catchable deep ball, pretty accurate, nice high arc on that thing. But really what I think solidifies this guy as a top quarterback in the draft is just the fact that he interviewed so damn well. Supposedly he was very, very impressive in all his interviews. So I think he will be the first quarterback off the board. I mean, I know Kenny Pickett did well. Desmond Ridder performed well as well at the combine, but I think Willis, just the fact what he can do with his legs, I think that's going to be enough of a separator, and him having this good workout is going to probably make him the top quarterback off the board. The question is, number one, with the Vikings even taken, we don't know what's going to happen with Kirk Cousins right now. It sounds like he is going to stick around, but if he was there at 12, the Vikings definitely would have to think about it. Even, if it's just to grow him behind Cousins after next year. But will he make it to 12 is a fair question at this point. A lot of teams needing quarterback help who pick in the top 11. So Malik Willis, even sliding to 12 at this point, is maybe a pipe dream. Let's move on to one of these interior offensive linemen. How about Dylan Parham, the guard from Memphis? He ran a 4.93 40 at 311 pounds. Absolutely popped the pads in the drills. Moved very, very smoothly. Showed great agility laterally. He even snapped the ball a few times. So showing that teams are viewing this guy as a potential center. We all know Minnesota Vikings could use some center help. A lot of talk. This guy worked his way into day 2 of the draft. So Dylan Parham, a guy who could definitely fill a major hole for the Vikings at guard or center, or maybe even both, worked out very, very well. So he thinks he should be scooting on up Vikings draft boards. Let's go to a wide receiver. A lot of wide receivers really were impressive at the combine, but one who I think everybody was kind of sleeping on a little bit, Drake London getting on the buzz, Treylon Burks getting a bunch of buzz, but we got to remember Chris Olave still out there. He made us all remember that he is definitely still in contention for that number 1 receiver. Ran a 4.39 40. He caught everything thrown his way. Very, very, very sticky hands. Looked very good running his routes, very smooth. So Chris Olave, I think he put himself back into contention as a top receiver in this draft class. Would the Vikings take one at 12? Probably not. I mean, you got to see what happens with Adam Thielen. It's a secondary need, a need they don't have to address, but one they definitely could. So Chris Olave, if they're sitting there at 12, all other top options are out the board. They could surprise and go that route. Maybe he's a trade back option. But again, a guy who really, really impressed. Let's go back to the interior offensive line. Zion Johnson, this guy just keeps working his way up draft boards. He had impressive Senior Bowl, and now he has an impressive combine, 32 reps on the bench. He moved very, very quickly in drills. Kenyon Green didn't do so well, so now all of a sudden the gap is closing very, very much. So I wouldn't be surprised if Zion Johnson actually comes out the board before Kenyon Green. Would that be at pick 12? Again, I think it would have to be a similar situation like Chris Olave, where most of the Vikings' top needs are gone, but they do need help on the interior offensive line. Zion Johnson, he's been very impressive, and I think he maybe has surpassed Kenyon Green now as a top interior offensive lineman, who's not Tyler Linderbaum. So even if you trade back a few picks, Zion Johnson, I think, is definitely in the mix for the Vikings, somewhere in the teens. Hell of a job by Zion, and making himself a lot of money here this late winter. Let's go to the last guy, my boy, tight end Jelani Woods. I had no doubt he would impress, and he did that down at the combine. 24 reps on the bench, 4.61 40. He's 6'7", 253 pounds, runs a 4.61 40. I think he worked himself into day 2. So Vikings are sitting there round 3. They got their corner, they got their edge rusher. They need a tight end. Oh, man, if they brought Jelani Woods home, just a huge target, moves well, catches the ball well. Yeah, obviously, he's strong with those 24 reps. I don't think you could use a 3rd round pick any better than using it on Jelani Woods at this point. So those are the guys who should be moving up the Vikings draft board. There's plenty more. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Who impressed you? Who is creeping up your offensive draft board? We're going to do a defensive one probably tomorrow, but really overall an impressive showing for a lot of these prospects. So it'll be interesting to see how things shake out. Again, let me know how you feel about it in the comments. And always, guys, keep your skull in your hole.